Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dan Andersson, and I'm very, very privileged tonight to be doing this business presentation for SiteTalk and Unaico. And I'm doing this from the Oxford program offices in the UK and the Unaico headquarters in the UK. Now, my name is Dan Andersson, like I said, and I am the president of the company. I've been involved in the company now for well over a year, and I've been through some very, very strong formative period, if you like, of SiteTalk and Unaico as we've developed our business. And what we have this evening for you is a business presentation. We're talking about a global business, and it's a home-based business, and it's a business that's utilizing and taking advantage of some of the biggest trends that are going out there at the moment. And I'll show you more about that as we go through. Now, this evening is very much, it's going to be 20, 25 minutes or so, and I'm going to be presenting the business to you as if you are window shopping a business opportunity. This is not high-pressure sales. This is not something where you're going to be asked to make a decision here and now. The only decision that you're going to be asked to make, I guess, is if you want to find out more about this business opportunity. Now, someone has invited you on this call in order for you to learn a little bit more about what we're about and what we're doing. And then it's up to you to decide if this is something for you or not. Now, without spending too much time on the preliminaries, let me just launch straight into the presentation here. What we are talking about is something that started as one man's dream or one man's vision. Like everything else in life and in business, this was an idea of one particular brain. And it was an idea that has found very, very fertile ground because a man called Jarle Thorsen is the founder of our company. He was flying back from Spain, where he just had as a reference experience the experience of selling a mobile telephone using Facebook as the platform for advertising it. And within the context of his warm market and friends and family, etc., on Facebook, he sold this very, very expensive mobile phone in about 5 minutes. And it was just absolutely extraordinary, he thought. So as he's sitting on the plane, flying back to Norway, his home country, he kind of got this idea that social communities, the warm market relationship that people have there, the fact that people know you and trust you, and the ability that the internet has to connect people for business, he got this moment of epiphany where he thought, if I connect social networks with a networking opportunity, then I might have something here that's really, really strong. So he founded the company in 2009. It was called Unaico. He attracted some early investors. He got going. And I joined the company sort of 6 months after that. And from a place where 13 months ago we had 1,000 members, today we have over 250,000 members. We're operational in 35 different countries. And we've gone through what can only be described as explosive growth. Now, the vision is that we will use traditional marketing, and we have an ad clicks program that I'll tell you a little bit more about as we go forward here. We have direct marketing or direct selling, which is represented by the company called Unaico, and then we have online marketing, or where we position our business platforms online and give you an online business backbone with which you can build a global business. Now, if you look at the growth that we've gone through, we've expanded so much so that we have offices in 8 different countries, soon to have another 3 rolling out. Because we're small, we're flexible, we're the speed boat and not the gargantuan oil tanker. We're a small dynamic company that's growing very, very strongly, but we respond to the market. So we have our executive headquarters in Singapore. We have a very, very strong presence in Hong Kong, where we have 2 offices, one for training and one for marketing and administration. We have our UK office in Howbury Park, in Howbury Manor, Howbury Park in Wallingford, just outside of Oxford, where I'm doing this presentation from. We have our IT development in Latvia. We have a support office in Slovenia, in Germany, in Taiwan, and we soon have offices rolling out in Spain, Norway, Jordan, to name just a few places. So to say that we've caught the imagination of thousands of people around the planet would be an understatement. We're discovering that we have a business opportunity that is catching the imagination of people from every continent and every background. Now, what is it that we do? Well, like I say, we have three major strands through which we market, and one is traditional marketing. On this slide that you see here in front of you now, you can see some of the traditional billboard advertising that we've done. On the photo on the left is to do with a campaign that we had in Stockholm where we restored a heirloom of a steamship, all connected and tied in with the royal wedding in 2010 in July in Stockholm. And we had billboards and things advertising the restoration work that we were doing then. So this is kind of a traditional PR exercise. The picture on the right shows double-decker buses in Hong Kong that earlier part of this year were traveling around, scores and scores of them, showing and publicizing SiteTalk.com. And what we do is we do traditional marketing to raise awareness, and this is an AdClicks campaign called a social advertisement campaign that we have where you as a member can take part in this, and because all of the people who are attracted to our SiteTalk platform, our social networking platform, which I'll tell you more about in a moment, they obviously end up sponsored by someone, and through the AdClicks program you can take part in that campaign. Now, in direct marketing terms or direct selling terms, this is a time-tested business that's stood the test of time. It's been around for over 100 years. There are several companies that were founded in the beginning of this century that have used a direct marketing, direct selling approach throughout their career, and some very, very big company names are represented in this industry. If you think about companies like Avon or Amway or Herbalife, these are all companies that are now achieving worldwide recognition and a great deal of kudos and respect in the marketplace. And this is one of the main engines of the Unaico and SiteTalk business opportunity. And we have a system where people are proving every day that by following the system they can make a supplemental income, or they can make a full-time income, and in some cases they can make an absolutely obscene income, which is something that we applaud and cherish them for. Now, the online social community is the glue that is holding our business together, because we're all familiar with Facebook. If you do any random audience in the Western world or even the Eastern world, you find people who are members of Facebook. To date, the community there has some 500 million members and have built incredibly fast this platform. And they're a company that today is worth some $32 billion US, which is not bad for a company that was just starting 6 years ago. What we've seen through our SiteTalk community is that we have a platform that gives our members an ability to connect and build business with people all around the planet. We have members in so many different countries now. It's just inspirational, and we're servicing these members by having some 10 languages on our platform where people can share their life, share their pictures, share their stories. They can communicate directly with each other, they can chat, and they can do all that is applied in a social community context. We also broke new ground in the social community landscape, and were the first social community globally that had its own independent desktop application, where instead of going through a web browser, people went through an application, say like Skype would have had an application. We have an application that sits on people's desktops where they can see their network and they can track in real time what their friends and associates on SiteTalk are doing and chatting about. So that is working extremely well for us, and like I said in the beginning of the presentation, 250,000 members is not bad for a community that actually launched in February this year. Now, by the end of our first year of this social community, we will have 1 million members. By the end of our second year, we will have 10 million members, and we are aiming for 100 million members by the end of our third year. Just this year alone, we can confidently say that when we hit 1 million members, we will be the fastest growing social community on the planet, faster than Facebook, faster than Twitter, faster than any other community that you can name out there. So we're breaking records on that platform. And why is that? Because one of the things that we've done from the very beginning of formalizing our business model is we've recognized that most social communities, they can build very, very big numbers, but they don't know what they're building the big numbers for. What we've done is from the very start made sure that we had an intelligent monetization strategy. And so essentially, in a nutshell, what we do is we surround our SiteTalk members with opportunities to purchase goods and services that they're interested in. If you look at the screen right now, we have the SiteTalk Mall, for instance, where you can buy branded goods from people like Apple, people like Dolce & Gabbana, people like Breitling, people like any big brand that you care to think about. Probably you'll find that amongst the 600 products that we have online at the moment, those brands are represented. What is unique about our SiteTalk Mall platform is that this is the first time that the average people can actually earn money from marketing goods for world-class brands on the thing. For instance, one of the things that we do is SiteTalk Mobile. And this is a mobile telecoms product where through the service that we provide for our members, you can essentially cut down your international roaming fees by well over 90%, making essentially calling your mother or your father or your granny on their mobile phone, no matter what continent they live on. If they have a SiteTalk account, you can call them essentially for free compared to what you'd be paying today through one of the incumbents in the marketplace. Now, what does this all mean? Well, it means that if you think about our business model, it's like SiteTalk. SiteTalk is free, and this is like a loyalty program. This is a little bit like an Air Miles program, if you like, where if I fly with British Airways as a member of British Airways affiliate program, their loyalty program, I will be entitled to Air Miles. When people on SiteTalk members spend money on any one of the opportunities that are presented them, they earn something called points, and these points are business volume, and as they accumulate points, these points can be traded for goods and discounts, and exactly the same way as you can trade your air miles for free flights or for upgrades. As you invite your friends and create your own SiteTalk network, these network bonuses start to accumulate, and you can start to trade them for products on our SiteTalk Mall. And you can buy single products there, or you can buy an Advantage package in Unaico, which actually makes you a full Unaico member, and then these points aren't just loyalty points, they're not just air miles, they're actually hard cash, where you can actually make money from your SiteTalk business and network that you've built up. How does that work? Well, if you, in one calendar month, accumulate 149 euros worth of points, you become a member, and this gives you, as your primary product, the Tulva MasterCard that we have. This is a fully functional Tulva MasterCard, and that's a MasterCard branded card with